Alright, welcome biology student to lecture 7-2, the eukaryotic cell structure. Mr. Worley here. Let's talk about our learning objectives. 1, to describe the function of the cell nucleus. Read along with me. 2, to describe the functions of the major cell organelles. And 3, to identify the main roles of the cytoskeleton. Our lecture exercises are page 181, numbers 1 through 5. Check out the vocab here. Oh, wow. We're basically going all the way from organelle right here down to centriole right here. Wow, that's a lot. This chapter is heavy in vocabulary, and especially this section. You're going to need to, when you take notes, write down these words in such a way that you'll be able to study them for tomorrow's quiz, which will probably be heavy on vocabulary. All right. What about the quiz tracker? What about the quiz record? Well, the quiz record is going to be a little more general this time. You need to know how to answer the objectives for the chapter very well. All right, so here we go. We're going to start reading on 7-2. I want you to make sure you have your book, a pen and paper for notes, and a quiet room. Here we go. Welcome to section 7-2, eukaryotic cell structure. Key concept: what are the functions of major cell structures? Okay. At first glance, a factory is a puzzling place. A bewildering factory of machines buzz and clatter, people move quickly in different directions, and the sheer diversity of so much activity can be confusing. However, if you take your time and watch carefully, before long, you'll begin to identify patterns. What might at first seem like chaos begins to make sense. Comparing cell to a factory. In some respects, the eukaryotic cell is like a factory. The first time you look at a microscope image of a cell, such as the one in figure 7.5, the cell seems to be impossibly complex. Look closely at the eukaryotic cell, however, and the patterns begin to emerge. To see those patterns more clearly, we'll look at some structures that are common to eukaryotic cells, shown in figure 7-6. Because many of these structures act as if they are specialized organs, these structures are called organelles, literally little organs, basically little things that do specialized things in the cell. Let's move on down. Cell biologists divide the eukaryotic cell into two major parts, the nucleus and the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is the portion of the cell outside the nucleus. And as you will see, the nucleus and cytoplasm work together in the business of life. Here's a nice, cool looking cell. You can see it's magnified 1,500 times. And you can see the different little organelles floating around. We've got the nucleus here. Actually nucleoli. We've got the nucleus here, probably. All kinds of different things going on. It's an electron micrograph of a plant shell. Wow, very cool. Move on with me to page 175. Look at this neat picture with me. Okay, so this is pointing out the differences in plant and animal cells. Use your finger and point along with me as we go through this. We've got the nucleolus in the middle, the nucleus, which is the central part right here, the nuclear envelope, which is the boundary, the border, the thing that contains the nucleus. We have the cell wall, which is unique for plants. Animals don't have a cell wall. We have a cell membrane, chloroplasts, we have the vacuole, the mitochondrion, the Golgi apparatus, the ribosome, the rough endoplasmic reticulum, and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Whoa, Mr. Morley, what do all these things mean? Ah! Well, you'll be fine, don't worry. We're going to talk about these things as we read. But you need to know that as we read, these are things to learn. These are basically little organs, little things that have specialized functions. Look at the animal cell, very similar. You've got the cell membrane, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, nucleolus, nucleus, nuclear envelope, rough endoplasmic reticulum, centriole, mitochondrion. Very cool. Oh, can you see one other difference besides cell wall between the animal and plants? If you want to get a better look at it, go to online cell structure activity, phschool.com, and use the web code. That's if you're really interested in learning this really well. Okay, let's move on, please, to page 176. Figure 7.7, the nucleus. Everyone check this figure out. The nucleus controls most of cell processes and contains the heredity information of DNA. The DNA combines with protein to form chromatin, which is found throughout the nucleus. The small, dense region in the nucleus is a nucleolus. So here's the nucleolus, and this dark stuff is called chromatin, and that is where the DNA is kept. Very cool. Alright, let's read more about the nucleus. Yay! In the same way that the main office controls a large factory, the nucleus is the control center of the cell. Here's a key concept. The nucleus contains nearly all the cell's DNA, and with it, the coded instructions for making proteins and other important molecules. The structure of the nucleus is shown in figure 7.7. The nucleus is surrounded by the nuclear envelope, composed of two membranes. The nuclear envelope is dotted with thousands of nuclear pores, which allow material to move into and out of the nucleus. Oh, pores! Here's a word we've probably heard of. Have you heard of pores on your skin? Pores are little doors, little portals for things to... Oh, portal! Wow, that word's related too. Something can come in, something can go out. Pore. Little holes. Oh, a great quiz question, by the way. What does the nucleus do? And which allow the material to move into and out of the nucleus. Like messages, instructions, and blueprints moving in and out of the main office, a steady stream of proteins, RNA, and other molecules move through the nuclear pores to and from the rest of the cell. The granular, which means grainy, kind of sandy material you can see in the nucleus is called chromatin. Great vocab word. Chromatin consists of DNA bound to protein. Most of the time, chromatin is spread throughout the nucleus. When a cell divides, however, chromosomes condense to form chromosomes. New vocab word, chromosomes. These distinct thread-like structures contain the genetic information that is passed on from one generation of cells to the next. You will learn more about chromosomes in later chapters. Oh, how does this many nuclei also contain small dense regions known as the nucleolus. The nucleolus is where the assembly of ribosomes begin. Okay, another great quiz question. What is the difference between chromosomes and chromatin? Who can tell me? Think about it to yourself. If you need to write it down, write it down. Alright, class, just a moment. How are we doing on time? Pretty well. Alright, let's keep rocking and rolling. Maybe rocking and rolling. Let's keep moving. Alright, next page, 177. So that's what the nucleus does. It's like the control factory. It's like the main headquarters. It's where orders are executed. What, in our school? What would that be like? That would probably be like the principal's office or the